At my niece's Sweet16 I paid for, Mom said it was cheap, so I stopped paying bills. My sister Amber called me in January asking if I could help with her daughter Riley's Sweet16 party in March. She said they were tight on money after moving into a bigger apartment and couldn't afford much of a celebration. Riley was a good kid who helped me move furniture last summer without complaining, so I said I'd cover the party. I started small by booking the community center for $400. Then Amber mentioned Riley really wanted a DJ, so I paid $800 for that. Then she said Riley's friends were expecting decorations, so I spent $350 on balloons and streamers and a custom banner. The cake was another $200. Food for 50 people came to $600. Party favors were $180. Photo booth rental was $450. I kept saying yes because I wanted Riley to have a nice party, and every time I agreed to something new, Amber would hug me and say I was the best brother ever. By the time the party rolled around, I'd spent $2,980 on my niece's Sweet16. I didn't tell Amber the total because I didn't want her to feel bad. The party was beautiful. Riley cried happy tears when she walked in and saw everything. Her friends were taking pictures constantly. The DJ was playing all the right songs. I stood in the corner watching everyone have fun and felt genuinely good about spending the money. Then my mother showed up late, took one look around, and pulled me aside near the punch table. "This is what you paid for?" Her voice was sharp and judgmental. I told her I'd covered the whole thing, and she made this disappointed face I'd seen my entire life. "This looks cheap, Steven. The decorations are from Party City. The food is just sandwiches and chips. Where's the real catering? Where are the professional photographers?" I felt my stomach drop. I'd spent almost $3,000. Money I'd been saving for a new laptop I desperately needed for work. Mom kept going. "Riley's friends are probably posting on social media right now about how low budget this party is. You should have done it properly or not done it at all." Amber overheard and jumped in to defend me, saying I'd been incredibly generous, but Mom cut her off. Generous would have been hiring an actual event planner and renting a real venue, not the community center where they host bingo on Thursdays. If you can't afford to do something right, you shouldn't volunteer. I spent the rest of the party feeling humiliated. Every time I looked at the decorations, all I could see was cheap. When I got home that night, I looked at my bank account. I'd been supplementing Mom's rent for the past 2 years, $850 a month, because she claimed her retirement wasn't enough to cover her apartment in the nice part of town. I'd also been paying her car insurance at $190 a month and her phone bill at $95 a month. That was $1,135 every single month going to my mother, who just called my $3,000 gift cheap and embarrassing. I canceled the automatic transfers that night, all of them. I didn't call her to explain. I just stopped paying. 2 weeks later, Mom called asking why her rent payment had bounced. I told her I couldn't afford to do things properly, so I decided not to do them at all. Using her exact words back at her, she immediately started backtracking, saying she hadn't meant it that way, that she was just trying to give constructive criticism. I let her talk for 5 minutes before hanging up. Amber called the next day saying Mom was furious and threatening to take me out of her will. I said that was fine because I didn't want anything from someone who treated my generosity like garbage. Mom called me selfish and ungrateful, said I was punishing her for being honest. She showed up at my apartment demanding we talk it out, but I didn't answer the door. My aunt got involved and said I was being petty, that Mom was just old-fashioned and had high standards, that I shouldn't let one comment ruin our relationship. But it wasn't one comment. It was 20 years of nothing I did ever being good enough. 20 years of her criticizing my choices while depending on my money to maintain her lifestyle. The calls and texts continued for weeks. Mom said her landlord was threatening eviction if she didn't catch up on rent. Amber begged me to at least cover this month so Mom didn't end up homeless, but I held firm. 3 months after I stopped paying, something happened that made me realize Mom's financial troubles weren't what I thought they were at all, and that's when things took a turn I never expected. The rest of the story is on my channel or linked below.